let that rock. And then we'll press the record button, and I'll say, yo, what up? How's it going, Hashman?
It's going good.
That is good. Good to hear. You've come to me with a set 2 character. We have Dabi on board.
We do.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite characters. So, got to throw a deck together for him.
For sure. For anybody out there who has not seen these deck doctors, basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to go through together, and we're going to see what of the deck we like and we don't like. We'll make some changes and have some real fun with it. So, hit me with the elevator pitch of Dabi. What do you got going on? What are you thinking?
Yeah. So, like, the main thing I want to do, right, is a long-lasting into a Mighty Punch, and using Dabi's Enhance. Both his first Enhance to get the 3 damage on the next attack.
Right.
And then hopefully his once per turn on that Mighty Punch. So you get, what, an 18-21 damage throw?
Yeah, his once per game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty big, huh?
That's
pretty big.
I mean, it's more of just like a local troll deck, but
hey,
I think it might have some potential. We'll see.
I got to watch my first Dabi game on stream yesterday, and it was kind of crazy how 3 attacks deep into a chain, if my opponent had 4 or 5 ready foundations, like once per game destroy 5 foundations is like a good rate, right? I'll remove 5 of my lame foundations, or 10 of my lame foundations from my discard pile, and destroy 5 of your ready ones.
Exactly.
So really, really good.
Awesome.
So even if we don't get the stats on it, like Mighty Punch saying blow up 5 is is good. It's a good ability.
Yes.
I will say there's 25 attacks in this deck.
Oh yeah, I kind of threw it together yesterday.
Okay.
So that's why he needs to get doctored. He needs to get cut down a lot.
It's gotta get cut. Okay, so you said Long Lasting Explosion and Mighty Punch are the main goals.
Yeah, that's the main one, but I think long lasting works with a lot of the other attacks in this lineup for sure.
Oh, for sure. Like Blue Flame Spiral, right? And if I could ready 2 of theirs, it gets +4 speed, so it's now 7 mid for 8, and then pop that once per game. I've readied 2 additional cards and pop it.
Yeah.
Confident Counter Strike.
I thought that was just a cool one of just to use with Nervous Habit, or not Nervous Habit. The
Keen
Zero
Observation?
Diff. Yes, that one.
Yeah, that is neat. That is super.
And it's
neat.
also just a cool 1 mid block. I kind of just threw it in there. I mean, it could be a sideboard card, but I thought it was kind of cool to just have.
Signature Right Swing is just consistency. Turn of Dust is just a good ass card. Hellflame Javelin. If I have 10 or fewer cards in my deck, commit 2 Rival Foundations or any 2 assets, or the combination of. If it's blocked, Rival can't play Breaker. What's up with the Hellflame Javelin? Should pitch that one to me.
That 1 high block up in the corner is
I see.
very good.
I see.
And it's also just a decent Fury attack to start a chain with, I think. If I don't have any long lastings.
And then lastly, Touch Decay.
Just another solid card. Just that stun 1. If they block it, or if they full block it, just pick it right back up.
Okay, so here's the cards that I'm not in love with. I'm not in love, or let's look at stats real quick, see what I'm allowed to. 76 cards, wowzers. You really are a TamCardwell fan, for sure. The cards that I'm not in love with are Touch of Decay. I'm not in love with Signature Right Swing. I think that this is fine. I just don't think that needs to be a 4 of, right? I think it could be a 3 of. I think Confident Counter-Strike is a cool 1 of in a different character. I don't think that we get to play this one if we want to have any sort of consistency in a deck. I think Turn of Dust, being able to burn my opponent for the 2, is going to be just enough to trigger the Keen Observation.
Yeah, I agree with that. Makes sense.
We got to get this down to 22 at the least. We could toss Hellflame Javelin down to the 3 of, and then now look at our block zones. We've got 6 highs, we've got 6 lows, we've got 1,000 mids. This is even. This is an even block spread, which feels great.
Yeah,
right?
I like that. We're
still rocking these. This is fine. Yeah, I don't mind it. Go for the win. A man after my own heart. I think the card's insane.
I Yeah, just from reading the text, it seems absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
just throwing it in there, see if it works, and if it doesn't, just take it out.
yeah. This card, I don't want to put it at a 4 of, but I don't think it's the right call. Every deck that I play this card is going to be either 0 or 4. I think this card is insane. I think this card's so cracked in half.
Oh, I know. Just yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
capabilities is cool. It's even cooler whenever you put it on a throw. Lane skill is
Hmm.
great, but I think it's gonna lose some stock whenever we get into set 2. So maybe this could come down a little bit. I think you're gonna have to test it out. I think
Hmm.
things like Night Watch, things like Todoroki, things like honestly, Tiaki Fanatic is going to be running around rampant. That card is going to be
Yeah,
all over the place, and this card is so dead versus that card. It feels terrible.
yeah. It's a
And
lot. It's a big cost for
we don't
sure.
even get to do things like Irrefutable to stop it because it doesn't share any of those symbols. So like
Hmm.
it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Um, from here, let's look at the 4X's, right? Because I think where we're gonna get to cut some stats down, right? We're at 73. Our goal is to get rid
Hmm.
of like 5 to 8 more cards. I think 65 is a totally fine place to be with go for the
Yeah.
win and 22 attacks, right? But we
Yeah,
have
and
got enough
that's
foundation
kind of
to make
the
Dabi happen.
yeah, that's definitely the range I wanted to get to too. So yeah.
So let's look at the 4 ofs first. 4 league interview. You think this card needs to be a 4 of just because it's a 6 check or
Um, I th- no, I think I hit it at a 4 of, and that definitely added to like the bulk of the deck. I think
right?
it could definitely be a 2 or 3.
I'm
Um,
thinking 2 for now, and you feel like you're not seeing it, let's go for 3, right? The best part about this card obviously is the first form, right? It says that
yeah.
your long-lasting explosions are technically 4 diffs, right? Like if you wanna do
Hmm.
the math that way, and you're allowed to check a 3, then commit the league interview, and then it's just a bit of a safety net, right? It also is putting bonus cards in your discard pile so that Dabi's ability works a little cleaner. But if you have more than one of them on the board, then only half of the card works, right? You
Exactly.
don't get the first form twice.
Hmm.
Keen Observation could easily be a 3 of. Let's Fight Bad Guys easily could be a 3 of. And I think that Latent Skill should be a 3, if not a 2 of, now that we are getting into more of a cancel type thing.
Okay.
What's going on with Aggressive Temper?
That was a big discard card, and now that I don't have as many discard, uh, with signature right swing, latent skill, um, just discarding that for the extra damage, I thought was kind of cool. Can easily not be in the deck, I guess.
So I think this card. I mean, if you like it, we should play it, right? And that's like the overall the number one important thing. If you like this card, we should
Yeah.
play Aggressive Temper. I have cut this card out of my All Might 2 deck, and he mills and discards more than any character in the entire game.
Okay. Because
My
I mean, I thought about building like an All Might 2, and like that's definitely a card I would think would be really good in him. Um,
I
but yeah, I mean,
think
I guess you got to hit it on that discard. It's tough.
accidentally, you know how many times did I check this card to play an attack, and I just like I look at my discard pile and I'm like livid. I'm just mad. You could have
Oh
been one
yeah.
lower, right? And then it's just like I draw it in my hand and it's pretty blank. The only way that this card works is if I have a frozen out or if I'm down to destroy a foundation with Turn to Dust. That's it. There's no other way to get this card out of my stage and make it useful. It's just a blank 2/5 with a 2 mid block. Yuck. I think we
Yeah.
just get rid of it, man. I think that it should just go. And have more consistency drawing cool cards like Heroic Lineage, drawing cool cards like Nervous Habit. We're playing 4 Aggressive Temper and only 2 Nervous Habit. This card is so much better for our deck than this card will ever be.
All right. Yeah, I can get on board with that for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch those numbers real quick. All right, where we at? 65. Run it. 15 high
Ooh.
blocks. That's abysmal. That sucks. We have to find more high blocks.
Ah,
Okay, so
yeah.
we decided our attack lineup is fine. Let's look at our block zones here. Highs of 2, and this barely isn't even a high block. Maybe we just put this back up to the 4 because it's a 2 high block, right?
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason I had a couple of these cards at 4 ofs or like high 3 ofs was just for those high blocks because there's not really a lot Fire has for high blocks.
Let's go look. Let's go look. Um, I've got Fire Dabi as the thing, Foundation, and then High Block. Go. Self-propulsion, drowning in resentment, cool student. What does drowning in resentment do? Discard non-card effect at the top card. After a card leaves a discard pile due to your rival's non-character effect at the top card of the discard pile to their card pool face down. Man, that is an interesting card. What rarity is this card? It's an uncommon. After a card leaves a discard pile due to your rival's non-character effect at the top card of their deck to their card pool face down. Huh.
Hmm.
Huh. Does this really mess around with Jiro stacking stuff with Specialized? Do you snag the card they stacked?
After a card leaves a discard pile. Yeah, you do.
Add the
the
top card of their deck to their card pool face down.
Yeah, because usually Jiro stacks an attack and then like a high check, right?
Yeah.
So then you would steal the check. Or no. Do you steal the check or do you steal the
on top?
attack?
You'll probably steal the check, right? Because they now have to order it in check and then attack.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do order it check and then attack, you just don't respond to this.
Hmm.
And then like, hey, you got to get check and your next one sucks.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
After a card leaves a discard pile.
I gotta double check the timing on that to make sure that it works, but it's neat. It's neat for sure. We're not playing Frozen. How do you feel about? I guess we don't want Frozen because of how Dabi works, right? We want to destroy the ready foundations.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because the big thing here is like putting them into a lose-lose situation of plus 8 damage, plus 8 damage move.
Yeah, and the thing was, I think there's like some decent stun fire moves, but I think the only one I want to use would be Turn to Dust for that stun.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because it's good because you can just like destroy the card that you wanted to get rid of anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah. Where are we looking at stats wise now? Right, just put cards back in. 17. Natural Leader is not a terrible card. Let's see what mids we have. Giving this +2 speed, giving this +2 speed, giving this +2 speed, giving this +2 speed would not be terrible.
And then
let's
straight up commit. Seal 1 for 1 attack.
Yeah.
Not terrible. And I kind of like that too if yeah, I could steal a Wall Clang before if I don't have a Irrefutable out.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of like that in there too. That's a good call.
What about Giant Ice Wall? I think our attack lineup is nice and solid, Black Ace. I think our attack lineup is exactly where we wanted. I think we're just trying to fix the foundations now, which we're at 69 cards. Now we ship it. 19, 20. We could push up to 70 and I think feel fine. Right?
Yeah, I'm cool with thick decks.
I think that let's here's what we'll do. You ready? Our block zones are even on our attacks and our foundations and on our whatever. I think that we rock a 70 card deck, and then as you play the deck on TTS or you cut out a bunch of paper proxies or whatever, and you play the deck and be like, this card sucks, take it out, rip it up, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's like really good cards like capabilities or whatever, right? Oh man, I'm not liking Evil Gaze in the deck. Take it out, unsleeve it, rip it up.
Okay. That's a little too much, but we'll see.
But yeah, I think this is where we should definitely start, and maybe next month we come back and we revisit it, and you give me a recap of like this card sucked, this card was great, like, and have this be like a league deck, you know?
For sure, yeah, I like this. A lot better than where it started at, for sure. So,
is there anything that you vehemently disagree with? I can't believe that you put in XYZ card.
No, I don't hate any of the additions. Okay. I think the only thing that I would not even change right now, but I just thinking future, I think League Interview is probably gonna push up to a 3 because I think I want that card out for sure. But we'll see.
Okay. I know personally I don't like Villainous Entrance at all, but the only only card that we can maybe possibly put in is Forcing Surrender. But it's
and I think that one was just threw in for a low block too, because there's not a crazy amount of good blocks in Fire. I think Fire is more built for aggro, which is kind of what I was going for with this deck.
100%.
Anyway,
100%. So yeah, but you can't kill him if you're dead.
Exactly.
The age-old rule. All right, buddy. Thank you much for the support on Patreon, and thank you for letting me look at your super cool Dabi deck.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for putting out the content.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Let me get you this deck.